Hi everyone, welcome to the first World History on One Page video. The World History on One Page project, or WOOP project, is a text version of Google Earth, except instead of zooming into geographical locations on the planet, we will be zooming into historical timelines in the planet's history for each geographical location. The project is a timeline from 4114 BC to 2050 AD. We will start with the world overview. The countries of the world are arranged in alphabetical order. Each country has the flag at the head of the column and the region of the globe it can be located in. There are also places such as Eden that exist in Scripture, and I have put in Adam and Eve's first descendants up to Jacob and his death in approximately 1859 BC. There is more that can be added to the world file. However, I understand that the maximum editing size of an Excel file in Microsoft OneDrive is 5 megabytes, so we'll come to that later on. The timelines are interesting. There is a Hebrew timeline and a Gregorian timeline. Since we as humans have disagreed on what the year is, I have included both. The Hebrew timeline is the number of years after creation. The Gregorian calendar is the current most widely used civil calendar in the world. It is named after Pope Gregory XIII, who introduced it in October 1582. So if we wanted to find 1582, we type in Control F and then 1582. We will first come to 1582 years after creation, according to the Hebrews, then 1582 BC, then 1582 AD. I have denoted BC in blue and AD in red, as you can see, so you can always tell where you are in Earth's history. This becomes more accurate in the continent files, which I will show you. So we can see in 1582 AD, it was a time of Ottoman rule in Israel, the Ming dynasty in China, Elizabeth I's reign in England, Henry III's reign in France, King Rudolph II's reign in what is now Germany, the Mughal dynasty in India, and the introduction of the Gregorian calendar that we just mentioned. Now what I've been doing with the arrow keys is Control right to skip over the blank or filled spaces so that you can navigate more quickly. This also works with Control left, Control up, and Control down. You can therefore see that the end of the timeline is the year 2050, and the last country on the list is Zimbabwe, where I was born. I mentioned the zoom option that you may be familiar with in Google Earth. If you zoom in a little further in Google Earth, you would see the names of the continents come up. However, I see Google Earth seems more concerned nowadays with the names of the countries at this time. The original reason I created continents in the WOOP project is that the project is shared via Microsoft OneDrive, and as I said before, the maximum editing size of an Excel file in Microsoft OneDrive is 5 megabytes. Thus, when this file size is approached or reached, I have broken up the magnification into continents, countries, and then people. The only person I have got currently in people is George Washington, the father of the United States of America. Very interesting man. There will be some subjects which I go over again and again if this turns into a series. I know some people like to practice the same concept over and over. I understand mastery can be achieved of any subject if 10,000 hours can be given to that subject. So exploring further in continents, we also have Africa, Asia, Australia, Central and South America, and the Caribbean. Europe, you will see that some titles are in capital letters, others are in small letters. This is to show which files are approaching or have reached 5 megabytes and which are under 5 meg. Last but not least, we have the Middle East and North America. So zooming further into countries, we have the countries of Europe broken down. And we also have the states of North America, which have both reached the 5 meg limit. We can go into North America. We will see that Canada is included, which was originally New France, made up of Alberta, Ontario, and Quebec. You can see the Canadian administrations column going down to circa 2275 BC. Then we had Canadian Indigenous people down to Lancel Meadow settlement in Newfoundland. The Iroquois Confederacy from 1142 to 1722. To the founding of Canada in 1535. Then we have the Six Nations Confederacy from 1723, and then Canada coming under British rule from 1763. From there we can come down to the date most Americans are familiar with, 1776. If we go across to Massachusetts, we will see that the American Revolutionary War has been going on for a year. It was 1775 and will end by 1783. You can see the 4th of July 1776, the Founding Fathers adopting the Declaration of Independence and the soon-to-be-named Washington, D.C., which will list the presidential administration, starting with George Washington on April the 30th, 1789 at 10 a.m. Should we want to follow the presidential administrations, we can do so all the way down to today, October the 23rd, 2018, President Donald Trump's administration. When we are detailing miniature issues such as the causes of the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, we can search with find, that's Control F, type in attack on Pearl Harbor. We can see that Joseph Grew is the first mention of this. If you say find next, we will see that the first real warning came in January of 1941 at a cocktail party attended by the then United States Ambassador to Japan, Ambassador Joseph Grew, who overheard about the attack. And according to the YouTube link at the bottom of the entry, the entire Tora documentary can be accessed by clicking that link. You will see that the accuracy of searching for the years is improved. Should you wish to search for 1582 here, you can actually search for 1582 space DEC for December, and there is only the AD entry, since BC dates and years are generally more hazy in historical accuracy. This has been my first introductory video to the WOOP project. Please let me know your comments, questions, and whether you are interested in becoming a member of the project. I can pay you on a commission basis for the people you successfully refer to the project, and I will send you the updated links should you decide to become a member. Many thanks for your time.